this now, and I will put the other recording up that we did before. You okay with that?
Speaking of power going out, I was able to format the hard drive, and I'll bring it over today.
Oh, perfect. Because I'm done with I'm done with Nix, and it took about 3 hours. So yeah, okay. Remember what you got to do. You got to text me or call me if I don't respond to the text, so that it's not sitting out there on the porch.
All right.
Don't drive away until you know I have it. Okay.
Got it.
All right. All right. So I'm back to this. I just started recording. So you can see that the person or the computer, whoever, right? Because this may or may not have been edited by a human. Like, meaning they may not have changed anything. Quit the Zoom, by the way. Always don't forget to quit Zoom. My code is clunky. So please just quit the Zoom. Yeah, it's lame. I know. It's very lame. You're going to see. You're going to hate it. But it's, and, you know, if anyone wants to have another project to upgrade this, that would be great. So you can see here that this is where they thought the call started in time, and this is where they thought the call ended. And you can see maybe you would disagree, right? You might think, well, this actually should go further this way, right? Yeah. Maybe you do think that. If you think that, and I might think that, you can actually, can you pull the whole window up a little, because it's your thing is obscuring it. Okay. Now, one thing I would also recommend, and I'm interrupting myself, but just give me a second, is the way that you would work this is that you would have make the screen a little bit bigger.
Sure.
So make this screen here a little bit bigger. Just make it like taller. It's a little squashed.
Like this?
Yeah, because some of the buttons aren't being seen. You can't see the top. Yeah. And then you can toggle back between these two. But anyway, if you wanted to move this, now you're on a Windows machine, right?
Yeah.
So the buttoning might be slightly different, but we'll see, okay? If you wanted to move this red line, which is the end, and you wanted to put it in here, you would come over here to this thing that says M or D segments. That means move or delete segments. So come over here, click this button right down here. Click this button down here.
Oh, the top one, or?
No, it says M or D. Sorry, I'm not circling.
Oh.
Yeah, M or D for move or delete. And the whole thing is going to turn red. This is telling you that you are in a particular mode. My code is clunky. Again, organically grown. Right? Nobody would write code like this if they had actually a project, but never mind. Okay. And then what you can do is you can come over here and you can right click wherever you'd like it to stop. So the call. So you can like right here if you want it to stop, you know, or wherever you think it should stop. Right?
Okay.
Right click.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
See it now, and it tells you move the end up here. It says move the end to where it did. Yeah. And while you're in this mode, you can click, you can move it again, right? You can do whatever you want. You don't want to ever move it, you know, so you got to be careful. Yeah, that now you. So let's click back to the red lines on the end with the right click over here.
Which one?
Right click. Yeah, I'll move my drawing. Sorry.
Okay, how do I move the...
Now left click to get the black line to the beginning again, over here. So left clicks the beginning, right clicks the end. There you go. Okay, and just be careful that, you know, you're not, you know, you can mess this up and then you're just going to get yourself in a world of hurt, because then sometimes my code is not the best at recovering. So what's going to happen is you might, you know, crash it and it's going to yell at you, and then you have to go and edit the file by hand, and it's just a pain in the butt, right? And so it looks like you cut this off a little bit early, so you might want to click. Oh shoot, dang it! Oh my God, you guys, I am going insane. I have another student. I am literally going insane. Okay, guys, can you like mute me and mute yourselves? And mute your video, and I will just take care of the student. She's just doing a very quick oral lab report. Sound good?
Can we mute you? Is that a thing?
Well, you can turn off your sound.
Oh, turn off my sound. Sure. All right.
And I somehow have two students at once, and I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah, and just turn the mixer down for this.
All right, thank you. I'm getting on with the other students now. Okay. Stop sharing your screen, would you, Dagan? Sorry.
All right.
Thank you.
See you in a bit.
All right. 2:30, Kayla, you're not supposed to come on to there. Kayla,
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I have you down for 1:30 Eastern time. Do I have that wrong?
I cannot get my times right. Okay.
Let me check though. Maybe you're right. So let me check my doodle poll. Just a second.
See, I wrote it down at 1:30, and then I just assumed that I wrote it down at 1:30 Central.
Oh yeah. It's 2:30 Eastern. So that is 1:30 Central.
So I corrected the time in advance and then forgot and then corrected it again.
Do you mind giving me just coming on at 2:30?
No, absolutely not.
Another meeting. So
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. I'll be back later.
no problem. Okay. All right,
Bye.
Okay.
Sorry. I thought I wasn't having anyone until 2:30. She got her time zones mixed up.
All right.
Okay. All right,
I'm
back.
sharing
There we go.
again.
There we
Okay.
go. Good. Okay, let me add it again. You've got to. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you can see you probably put it a little too close. You might want to back it off a little with a left click to make the start a little bit farther out. I feel like it's a little close because you changed it. It's not. It's a little bit nitpicky on my part. So the thing is, like, I don't really want you to go in and edit the beginning and start of everything unless it's really egregious. And sometimes it's going to be hard for you to tell if something's egregious. Right. All right. Now to get out of this red mode, this is a warning to you, this big red mode, that you're still in this mode, which sucks because, again, like my code's stupid. You type Q to get out of the mode.
Q?
Type Q, little Q.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And you can tell you're out of the mode because it's
Back.
and be
Yeah.
careful never to have the zoom on when you go into this mode. You don't want to do that.
Okay.
It's stupid. The code is stupid. I'm just warning you. You'll get used to it and you probably won't notice how horrible it is, but at first you will. Let me clear that, sorry. All right. And so basically if we go back up to this figure here, the all segments figure.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what you would do is you would load up a directory of data, kind of like what you just did, right?
Yeah.
This directory, if you click on over here, if you click on this, the main navigator over here.
This one?
Click on this window. Yeah. This window. Click on this window. Yeah.
Do I go to main?
No, click on this window right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see this is the main navigator. So what this is right now you're looking at a file called 1560 social3.int16 DNS blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And if you wanted to go to a different file, you would click on the other one. Don't do that now, but you would click on the next one down, right? And some of them have many, many files in one directory, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, but what you would do is you would load up a file like you just did. You'd make sure you can see it. You would click on here. Can you click on the main window again? The plot window, big plot window. Yeah, just click on it. There we go. You would do visualize all segments so that you can see everything. And then you would you would see this window pop up, right? So click on that guy again so I can just see it again. Yeah. And you would look at these, and if anyone would look wonky or look like they didn't belong, you could delete them from this particular window. Okay.
Oh.
So you can now the thing is, if you remember that this one is 58, okay, remember it's 58, so we're going to practice deleting it. We got to put it back in if we delete it. So what you can do is you can click on this button right here. And now this is helpful because if you had 16 of these up, and very often you'll see this particular file, only 3 calls in total were found in the entire file. So but sometimes there's many, 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 and it's very convenient to be able to be like, that's not click on this one, it's not a call, and then another one, it's not a call, and then another one, it's not a call, right? You know what I mean? And then, but before it does anything, you have to push update down here. So it's not like it's going to do it automatically. You have to update.
Okay.
Right? So push update, and now it deleted that call, and that one was at like 58 or something, right?
Yeah.
So let's come down here to the main window, and I'll show you what to do to get 58. Down here, you see where I'm circling? You can type in, just double click, and then you can type 58. And then over here, yep, and then type like 59. So you're gonna go from 58 seconds to 59 seconds, and then push the zoom button. Now, it might be this one. I wasn't paying attention to what it looked like.
Yeah,
it could be that, which is so tiny.
Yeah.
And so what you want to do now is let's zoom in on that guy with using the zoom button. And you know how now, right? Just pull across it.
I think this one is a bit smaller.
It's pretty small, yeah. So wow, somebody thought that was a call. The jury's out on that. Like I am not even sure. You see what I mean? Like there's a little bump here. Can you see my cursor?
No.
No, I don't know why I can't see it. Yeah, can you see it now? No.
Nope.
Wow. Why is it that?
Do I have to give you permission?
No. And you can see my drawings, right?
Yeah, I can see your drawings.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, it would flash, but I won't see it once you move it to the.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, but this little thing is just so little, and then like when you look at the spectrogram, it's like there's almost nothing there.
Yeah, it's nothing.
So I feel like, and quit zoom because you see you got that cursor. Quit the zoom just by habit. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I may not even put that back, but why don't we practice putting it back just so you know how to put it back? So I'm going to click my drawings, and what you're going to do is you're going to come down here to add segments and push that button.
Add segments. Okay.
Okay, and now you can right click where you think it should start and left click where you think it should end.
Right click?
Yeah.
And where it should start, okay.
Yeah.
It's not letting me to right click it.
It's not right clicking? You're kidding.
Yeah. Okay. The left click works, but the right click.
Lord.
Oh, okay, work.
Oh, so it's backwards. Okay, so you see the red is always the end. So you're gonna have to now you really can't do this. So this is where my code sucks really, really bad. So right now this is probably gonna give us an error. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna press Q to get out of the green add segments. Okay. And it's probably gonna give you an error, see?
Yeah, negative distance.
So what we're gonna do with that is that we're going to, and it thinks you added 2 segments. If you look at this window up here, it thinks you added 2 here. Yeah, it's like confused. So my code sucks. So go over here, and what you can do, we can attempt to fix this by using move or D segments. So right here,
D? Oh.
move or D. So this is move or delete. Now, if you, I don't know, see on the Windows machine, I just don't remember what the clicks are. I think it's clicking both right and left will delete. And you need to click close to it. So close to that, both right and left. You don't have to click on it, just close to it. Okay? Go right and left at the same time.
Yeah, it's adding it.
It's not adding, it's moving. You can see it is up here, it thinks you're moving. So right and left click together doesn't work. Try shift left click or shift right click. There we go. Shift, right? Did shift work?
Yeah, shift right click.
Yeah, so do it again. See if you can delete the next one. Did you say it was shift left?
Yeah, it was shift right click.
Shift right click.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes this won't work because they're kind of messed up segments now because the end is before the beginning on one of them, so it's confused. So do Q to get rid of the to get out of that mode. Oh. Yeah, you see? It's like, no, you screwed up. Okay. See, do you see the errors? Yeah, you're dead. So what you can do with this is unfortunately, my code, like, it can't really recover very well. So what you can do, just don't worry about it. Just
Let me
kill
close
that.
it.
Yeah, just kill that. And you're just gonna have to load it up again. Don't kill MATLAB. You don't have to kill MATLAB. So what we're gonna do is go to a file explorer over here, and go to the data, where the data is. And go into that folder. Yeah, good. Go in there. And go into segments, the directory segments. And then the one we just were looking at, you can see, was altered at 663. That's that one.
Yeah.
Open up that. Open it up. Oh, and don't ever. I'll tell you this in a second. I'll fix this first. So do you see the one with negative?
Yeah.
Delete that entire line.
This
That entire row. Just delete the whole thing. Make sure that no, you don't want to delete the things. You want to delete the entire row, so there's no blank. You know how to do that? You just click on the entire row over here, and go to your edit to delete row. Right.
Oh, where is it?
It's like edit, delete on your top. There should be something somewhere. I don't know. This is Windows, which
Yeah. What if I just click delete?
I don't know. Try it.
No.
No. So you need to delete the whole row. Does anyone know how to do that? Speak up. On Windows. On a Mac, it's just edit, delete row.
Yeah.
I
No.
hate Windows so much.
Me too. I just need MATLAB.
I know.
That's why I'm using it.
I know.
Oh, okay. So maybe.
Can you right click and see? Like right click on the thing on the left?
Yeah, I mean, it says delete.
See what happens.
Yes. Okay.
Good. Okay. Now this one's probably wrong too. So this little tiny one. See how small it is. Do you see what? Okay. Let me explain what these are. I'm sorry, I didn't even
Oh
explain.
yeah, I don't know what they're.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first column here is the number. It's the number of samples in. You know what I mean? Like start from 0. It's the number of samples in, and then this is how long it is in the number of samples. But then this is in seconds. So this over here, this call starts at 58.19 seconds and ends 0.00003 seconds later. So delete that one too. That one is one of the ones that you accidentally added.
Yeah.
The whole row. Just like you did before. Right click or left click, sorry. Delete. Okay, now save this. And now you're left with the 2 calls that you already had that we didn't touch. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to go and correct your mistakes. By hand, which sucks. Yeah, not always. Sometimes the mistake is recoverable, but sometimes it's not. Okay. Now you can restart. There you go. You okay?
Okay.
Okay, just make it brighter.
This is good.
There you go. That's fine, whatever. And now push your visualize segments down here. Yep. And now you only have 2, right? Because we got rid of the problematic ones. Yeah. Okay. And so there's a couple, like I said, there's a couple of ways. Now, once you're convinced that all of the calls that you see on this figure, on the, the figure with all the visualized segments figure, then what you need to do is you need to go back to the beginning of the file in the main window, this main window here, and you need to scroll through the data. Because notice here, if you notice here, like look at this, these are some kind of signal that whoever whoever looked at this thing first decided was not a call. And that's fine, they probably aren't. But you need to make sure that they didn't, that you think they're not a call. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, now this is hard because you might look at that and be like, how do I know it's not a call? Well, you don't already, you know, you really don't. And this is where you're really gonna have to kind of work closely with me at first when you're confused about whether something is a call. So the reason I think these aren't a call is that they're very low in frequency. Notice they're, you know, mostly in the audible. And if I zoomed in on them, if you zoom in, so zoom X up here, if you click your zoom X and just draw across this. I mean, it zooms both at the same time, so it doesn't matter, but you can draw across anything you like. Draw across so we can see a little bit more of the structure.
Yeah.
And this really looks like, yeah, this down here, if you look at spectrogram, looking at this is not helpful. So looking at this is not helpful when you're trying to decide if it's a call. Looking at the spectrogram is. So if you look at the spectrogram, that really looks to me like an impulse, you know, like somebody hit the cage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So quit your Zoom X. Always get in the habit of quitting right after you do your thing because it'll mess you up, which is just my code stupidity. And then what you can also do is you can play the region. So what you can do is you can push this button, which will slow it down by a factor of 10, and it'll play it. Hopefully it'll work on your machine. Try playing it. It takes a while to load.
It's like a knock sound. I don't think you guys can hear it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it's like a knock kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, and you can sometimes tell that it's not a squeak, you know? Takes a while to really get used to this, but for me, when I look at that, the fact that it's got that really sharp onset here, right here, do you see how it's got a really sharp onset right here? This makes me think that somebody knocked something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is why, this is, you know, what to my eye tells me that's not a call.
Okay.
So, but the procedure is, and we should probably be writing this down, so whoever, probably Jacob, you should be writing this down. The procedure is that you load up a file, right? And then you look at the visualize all segments and edit what you can from there. And then you scroll through the file. And the way to do that, can you pull this thing up again a little bit? It's a little bit too far down for me to see anything.
Oh, which one?
This one, the main visualize.
Oh.
Yeah. Screw up, yeah, there we go. So the way
I don't know why my Window's doing that.
Yeah, I know, it's stupid because it's Windows. And what you can do is you can just use these scroll buttons. And when you use the scroll button, it will scroll through at the resolution you have here. So this says, you know, basically 0 to 3. So it'll scroll through in 3-second intervals. If you had set this to 1-second intervals, then it would scroll through at 1-second intervals. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you just scroll, it'll scroll like, there you go, right? And then you'll be like, oh yeah, look at this. Do I think that's do I think this thing is a call? Well, probably not, right? I mean, you're right. You'll scroll through to make sure that something isn't being missed because this thing here, right, this visualize all segments is only picking up what people, either a person or the code thinks is a segment, right?
Yeah.
If there's something missed, it's not going to show up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. And let's make sure that you know how to add a segment again. So let's try it again. We'll go to add segments. And it comes green, and then it's right click to start, I think.
Let me just
try.
Yeah, wait, I have to write that down.
Yeah, you should write it
Give
down.
me a second, let me grab my notebook.
That's fine. Dan, what are you doing? Why are you figuring something out? What is that? Well, is it something I said you should do? So you mean you don't know? Is it part of the astronomy thing? Okay, stop doing it then. Okay. God damn it.
Okay. So.
Try to right click the beginning, right? Did we think it was right click for you?
I mean, let's do it at the middle so that we have the space.
Okay, they said you have the what?
Oh, wait. So this one, the left click is the start.
Okay. And then where's okay, left click. I'm sorry, left click. And then right click is the end? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now notice here, so you can't move it now. So this add segment does not move anything. So if you clicked again, you would get another start. Yeah, so don't do it. So what you want to do is you want to quit.
Was it Q?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now this didn't start in the right place, right? That's right in the middle. You want to start there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you go to move or D, right? And to edit it. I told you it was clunky.
Yeah. So then I left click at the beginning.
Yep. Try it.
Okay.
Now notice it didn't erase this line. Sometimes that happens. That's just a bug.
Okay.
Okay. So don't worry about it. It should be okay. And now quit.
Okay.
And if you scroll forward, wait till it comes back. So scroll forward.
Okay.
Wait for it to adjust, and now scroll backward again. And you see that extra line's not there.
Yeah,
it's just a weird anomaly of my code that it sometimes leaves the line. Okay, so now that thing is here. Now you have 3 things, right? Now come up here to this. We just added that, and that's at 3.7. So that'll show up over here, right? Because it's 3.7 in seconds. It's not 173, right? So this one we just added is here. And so what you can do is now you're like, I don't think that's a real call. So this is just for practice. So you can use, don't delete that one. That's 173.
This is 3.6.
Yeah, so delete that guy. Now do the update button. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. So, and then that's what you would do. And it's not really updating this, the main thing, which is a bug on my part, but yeah. So, but if you scrolled and scrolled back, it would actually update. It just doesn't update like in real time.
Okay.
So scroll forward and scroll back again, and you'll see that it should be gone.
Yep.
Yep, see? So it's clunky, I know. But you would be like scrolling through and like seeing anything you thought was weird and like thought maybe was missed. You can listen to it. You can take a screenshot and keep track of things that are like suspect to you that you can't figure out if it's call or not. And that's what I want you to start doing. Because your data, I'm trying to think, is yours is linked to the Dropbox, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, this particular directory is shared with our collaborators and I didn't process that exactly. So I should have processed that and I didn't. But it's that particular folder is shared with our collaborators. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So it makes me a tiny bit nervous to. Can you go back to the file thing here? On the bottom.
The what?
File Explorer.
Oh, the File Explorer.
Okay. Now these edseg files here in the segments directory here, these represent our best idea so far, right? Of what things are calls and what aren't. Like that's what you just opened, right? And so what we could do is we could take, whenever we're going to mess with the directory, we can make a whole separate folder somewhere where we take all the edseg, the segment files. You're never going to touch them. You're not going to edit. They never get edited by the code. The code never touches them. The code does. Yeah, that's right. The edseg for edit segments. These guys here, anything that says ed, seg, the code is altering every time you change something. And of course, you could alter them if you make a mistake, like we did, and we had to. But the code and you never touch these. Okay, those are the original segment files. We never touch them.
Okay.
Now, so what would be good is to save, our sort of final segmentation that was done before you guys came on board, is to get another folder somewhere outside of, that's not going to be messed with, and like. I would say maybe one directory up from here, we can put another folder. So if you go up one directory, like over to, 1560, whatever. There you go. That's good. Yeah. You could make another folder here called like, call it old or original. How about original? Original EdSegs. EdSeg. Yeah, there you go. And then you're gonna copy those EdSegs in there. Don't move them. Copy them. So copy those and put them in before you start to do anything in a directory. Got me?
Okay, can I do it now?
Yeah. Can you give me one of those in here?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now let's close the code and make sure it's not going to be confused by that because my code reads all the directories and stuff. So.
Wait, okay, so
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
it copied them outside.
Oh, that's stupid Windows.
Yeah.
Make sure they're in there.
Let me make sure that I still have them. Yeah, okay.
All right, go back to my code.
Mhm,
And if you go to the main MATLAB window, you can just type GUI main, USB GUI main, and it'll close everything and open a new thing. The only thing, I'll tell you that in a second when we move on to the next file, but yeah.
Yesterday, she was like playing with her water. She started chewing on it.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah, no. And then it
Just make sure it's not confused by anything.
She saw it.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so I do this again.
Yep.
She saw it.
And go to the directory, the same old one, yeah. Oh, keep paying attention.
Okay.
Make it lighter. Looks like it's fine. It's not biffing. Let's make sure though. Just, yeah. Okay, now go to click on the visualize all sentence segments again down here. There you go. Yeah, I feel like it's not biffing, so that's good. All right, so when you're done with one file, right? Again, you should keep a log of which ones you've worked on because my code has no way of logging that. So which ones you've worked on, where the status of each one may be in a spreadsheet somewhere, right? Google Docs might be the best thing to do there, so everybody knows on the same page. Also, screenshots of anything that you think is weird. And then once you're done with that file, you would close this window. My code should close it, but it's not working to close it automatically. Just make sure you close that one before you go on to the next one, because then you're going to be confused. Yeah. So, and then click on the next one right here. Yep. Yep. Good. Okay, and then it's just going to bring up the next, the next thing, and then you're going to start all over, right? So do visualize segments just to see like what this one looks like.
Okay. Visualize. And this one has 3.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, that's the next one. So you would just go through and look at those. These look really small. I might want to, if I were you, like, if it were me, I would probably go to main on these and like look at them because they seem really small and faint. And I might not believe it. That actually looks like a call to me. So see how bright it is down here? Yeah, it's really bright. Feel like that's a call. It's definitely in the ultrasound. So, that's how I check, right? Go to main, look at it, and then, then you have to scroll through. The next step is to scroll through the whole thing and make sure that nothing is being missed.
Okay.
Right? Keeping track. So I want you to practice, pick another directory, not this one because this one, doesn't have any calls, but like pick any other directory and remember to copy the EdSeg files first over so that we don't mess anything up. And then just execute this procedure. And Jacob, when you are ready, when you're all up with MATLAB, you should do the same. Now this is being recorded, so you should have a record of what we just went through.
Absolutely. It sounds good. I think I have a pretty good understanding though.
Good. And you guys should, by the way, you guys should not be editing the same directories at the same time, right? Because you're linked to the Dropbox, right? So that means if Dagim's on one thing and Jacob's on, the same one, you could be writing one thing and, Jacob's writing another to the drive. You don't want to do that. So make sure you coordinate who's going to look at what time, right? I don't know how you can do that. You're gonna figure that out. Don't mess it up.
We can figure it out.
Okay, good. All right, and then Jackson is gonna get me the drive.
Yes.
And
I'm
Jackson-
gonna take it. I'm gonna try to take it over as soon as the call ends.
Perfect. And then Jackson and Nick are gonna get together so that Nick knows how to get the sample files ready for running, right?
Right, and we're gonna convert the
And then you're gonna convert.
16 to WAV.
Absolutely. Yes.
Let's try to get together like sometime this afternoon.
Yeah, and then tell Joe he has to text me, blah 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 blah, right? To get
Yeah,
there.
I told him he
Okay.
should be there in 30
Oh,
minutes or
great.
something like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just,
All right.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I think that's all we're doing, and I will post this video as soon as it is converted and uploaded to YouTube.
Okay.
All right, guys. Great.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
He needs to put his Invisaligns back in.
Oh.